I see all these incredibly intelligent people who are also eminently dedicated to the cause of national security, global security, and they're very well respected. So I'm going to throw out 5 names here. Matthew Bunn, Sam Nunn, Joseph Cirinicioni, P.W. Singer, and Richard Clark. You know, they're looking at different issues concerning Homeland Security, but they're all quite dedicated to the cause of having some type of rationality in the game. But they don't seem to make any sort of hay as far as like breaking into the general public consciousness about what they're actually fighting for. They're just seemingly always kind of begging for attention, but it doesn't ever really seem to happen. So my thought, based on the 8 kids, or I guess they're not kids, they were 20 to 22, and they went into the Trans-Canada offices at in Westboro to protest the Keystone Pipeline. Now, whether or not the Keystone Pipeline is the place to fight or not, they did something that got some attention. So, you know, they superglued themselves together in the Trans-Canada offices, and they chained themselves together as well. My dream is taking Sam Nunn, Matthew Bunn, Richard Clark, P.W. Singer, and Joseph Cirinicioni. They get together and they superglue their hands together and chain themselves up around a monument in D.C. or somewhere. It would have to garner attention. There's just, I see these people begging to be heard and making salient points left and right, which are life and death type of points about dangling infrastructure and dangling vulnerable, highly enriched uranium, and on, and illogical, irrational applications of robotics. You know, but all these people are heard in such a narrow bandwidth as far as the media goes. What would it do when you had all these really straight, smart intellects that would do something that was rather radical? I'm not, you know, we had this guy, this artist who nailed his goods to the floor of the Kremlin to protest the government in general there. I'm not advocating anything crazy like that, but a little super glue and a couple chains with these really straight gentlemen who have these things that are so important to say. It's just, I look at Sam Nunn and it's like he's fighting in the suit and tie all the time, and it's all so straight. And it's like, oh, you know, I'm really, really worried about my grandchildren and the possibility that we're just too stupid to make good moves in America. Never mind what kind of moves are made with other dangerous technology around the world. How do we set an example? We're not setting an example that's rational. So I guess I've made my argument. My dream is that the really smart people who see really potential disasters, they see the potential disasters clearly, and they go and they sit in their suit and tie and they hope to be heard. And it's just, the marketing is just not getting it done. You can have degrees from Harvard, you can study You can study the topics inside and out. You can write books. You can testify in front of Congress. You can make films, count down to zero. But I might be the only person in the country that's watched Countdown to Zero. Namaste, y'all.